for game day 6 of the Basketball Champions League. We're in the Jiu-Jitsu arena tonight. The drums are out and ready, and the crowd pouring in with anticipation and brimming. Back to winning ways. That's what Kataja Basket need to do tonight after defeat last time out to Venezia. They'll be hoping to give a frosty reception to the Romanian champions, CSM CSU Oradea, tonight in cold conditions, of course. It's freezing outside here in Finland, but thankfully someone's fired up the heaters and everybody is warm and cozy and almost ready for the action on game day 6 of the Basketball Champions League. Both teams have 2 and 3 records so far, so identical in the standings, separated by 2 places because of points difference. As we first of all have a look at the other games this week. Kimik of Ukraine, propping everyone else up, take on the Turkish team Pinar Karşıyaka. Le Mans of France take on Maccabi Ranmeria of Israel. And tomorrow, Venezia go up against the Russians, Avtodor Saratov. Well, Oradea, as aforementioned, are the current reigning Romanian champions. They're used to winning games of basketball, and they'll be hoping to win again tonight and go 3 and 3 and move up the phase standings. Kataja down in 7th have a real chance to move up themselves and get away from bottom of the group, Kimik. And they've been winning the tight games so far, Kataja. They've been blown away in 2 of their games. That was last time out against Venezia, and they also lost heavily in Russia to Avtodor Saratov. But apart from that, tight games and impressive wins against Le Mans and Kimik. A real success that on the road in Eastern Europe. As we look first of all at the Oradea roster, Christian Akim is the coach here, and the man to watch out for is number 5, Sean Barnett. Has been lighting up the Basketball Champions League. He's the high scorer, 12.7 points per game, dominant at the boards, more than 6 rebounds per game. But the highest efficiency rating isn't his, that belongs to number 3, Martin Zeno. We've got some real good rebounders, have Oradea, so the challenge at the glass will be a fascinating one to watch out for. This is the Kataja lineup. Greg Gibson is the man in charge here, and number 1, Joey King, standing at 2 meters and 6 tall, is a real threat as the power forward. He's averaging more than 10 points a game. Number 42, though, Daniel Mullings, is the key to this side. 16.7 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, and he also is effective with steals and assists. And Kataja needing a boost with a home win tonight before they go back on the road. Kataja's next 2 games are away from Finland. They go to Turkey in game day 7, and then Israel to Maccabi Ranmeria on game day number 8. So important they bank a couple of points here tonight as the players are introduced. First of all, Oradea there. Branko Mirkovic is the first one out, the number 1, and he is tough to keep quiet. 8.8 points per game. He's got the highest number of assists as well, 4.2 per game, and he put in a great performance against Avtodor Saratov. 21 points in total as he masterminded what turned out to be a real surprise win for the Romanian champions. And while we talk about Oradea, they are grasping the bull by the horns when it comes to the Basketball Champions League. They are the only side that made the group stages, having began in the first round of qualifying. They had a lengthy pre-season, if you like, to qualify for the group phases. Kataja, they came through 1 round of qualifying, entering at the second round, or the playoffs, if you like. They saw off the Swedish team, Södertälje Kings, pretty comfortably. And after losing their first 2 games to Maccabi Iran Media and Avtodor Saratov, they came back strongly with back-to-back wins over the French team Le Mans. Victory secured in overtime there, and a road win in Ukraine at Kimmich, before losing last time out here at the Duenso Arena to the Italian side, Umana Rea Venezia. Can they get back to winning ways tonight, though? In front of their own supporters. Oradea looking for their first road win of the Basketball Champions League. It's not going to be easy for them, that's clear. I would say we'll be expecting a tight game. Greg Gibson, the Kataja coach, and his opposite number, Daniel Akin, have their say. And it's a lot of games in a quick space of time for Kataja. They played Friday and Saturday in the Finnish League, recording an overtime win against a team called Lapuan Korikabarat. But they lost on Saturday. 3 days later, back in action in the Basketball Champions League. Akim's been in charge of Oradea since 2010. And they won the Liga Națională, that's the Romanian division, for the first time last season. Runners-up in 2013 and 2014. As we look at the starting 5 for the Romanians: Mirkovic, Zeno, Mandas, Barnett and Denison. So no great surprises there. It is the strongest lineup possible. Martin Zeno, the highest efficiency rating in this Oradea side, 14.8. He's averaging 6 rebounds per game. That's very good figures at the glass. He and Barnett will double team things at the rebound. There is Mr. Akim. Also got a couple of Romanian internationals in their side. Titus Nicawara and Bogdan Civerna, neither included in the starting 5, but we'll likely see some of them as the first and second quarters unfold. Kataja starting 5: Joey King, Mino Johnson, Temu Raniko, the captain, Rion Brown, recently brought in, and Daniel Mullings, the number 42 point guard, who is still well worth watching. He has been very successful at 2-point field goals so far. All 46 of his field goals have been 2-pointers. He only attempted 1 3-point shot, and on that occasion he missed. Greg Gibson, the man at the helm of Kataja. The Finnish side also have only ever won their domestic league once. That was in 2015. They claimed their first ever championship. They've got a good record in cup competitions, and of course the Basketball Champions League is both phase and knockout. And this is game day number 6. 14 games played over the course of the group phase, so the groups are starting to take shape now. Group B is quite tight. Le Mans at the top, Kimmich propping things up at the bottom, and it's very tight in between, just 1 point separating second from 7th. We will try to keep an eye on the games elsewhere in the Basketball Champions League in Group B tonight. As I mentioned, Kimmich and Karsiaka, they'll go head-to-head in another game from Group B. Last say from the coaches then, and it'll be on with the action. Branko Mirkovic laying down some instructions, and in animated conversation there with Andre Mandas. It's the time to clear their minds, to get focused and ready. So, ready, set, and shortly go here in eastern Finland. On a freezing cold night, it will be a frosty reception for the Romanian champions. Bit of a full start. And it's Kataja in the white shirts and shorts, and Oradea playing in their away kit this evening in the blue and red. And an early foul called on Mäkäläinen. So very good evening everyone. If you are just tuning in, first quarter just underway from the Juenso Arena in North Karelia in eastern Finland. And Kataja get the first score on the board. Captain Teemu Rannikko makes it 2 from 2 for the free throw and has a third. And no mistake at all. Rannikko gets Kataja off to a flying start. This time the foul's called on Kataja. It was Dennison there who was making a nuisance of himself. Zeno. Now Sean Dennison. Mirkovic from distance rims out on this occasion. Kataja looking to rack up some early points. It's back outside again, and excellent shooting from Joey King. He is something of a three-point specialist, King, averaging more than 2 points per game, 10 points per game, I beg your pardon. And the majority of his shots and points do come from outside of the arc, and he's shown already, or fired a warning sign right at Kataja. Here's Daniel Mullings, the Canadian. Kataja's three-point shooting getting a lot of work out. King this time can't make it sink. And now Branko Mirkovic. Denison White as Zeno. In the middle is Barnett, and here he is, getting into the paint and just putting on up and in. And Oradea are off and running in terms of the score. That'll settle them in a little. Mullings. He's the one who calls the shots. Darted back by Rannikko to King. Mullings again. Rannikko, clever, quick passing, and King for three. No good. Mirkovic gets away, and that's gone out of bounds. Possession will stay with Oradea. Good atmosphere inside the Juenso Arena. This is Johnson. Oh, and how about that? An early slam, thundered through one-handed. That's how you throw it down. A real statement early on from Kataja. Mullings. Slowly progressing to the front court. It's out to King. Zeno, it's as good in transition from Oradea. And Dennison tries to bank it, but misses the shot on this occasion. Teemu Raniko just holds the play up for a moment. It's being surrounded there by Zeno, manages to offload the pass. Raniko gets it to the low post position, and Brown puts it up and in. Lovely little jumper. This is what Rion Brown's all about. Jump shot response from Oradea isn't so good. Barnett missing. Raniko, Kataja, 10 and 2 at the start. Really laid out a marker early on. Foul called on Mullings this time. And he's the one that Oradea will have to marshal very carefully. Timeout called by the Romanian champions as Jurakius Bradley was being prepped to come on.
You have the ball. I don't want to attack this guy from the start. Just if you can, very easy. After that, you go to play two. In defense, you go in zone two. And you go to start from here. You understand? Move very, very fast. Hide this. 1, 2, 3.
Keep working Mirkovic. When you need a sub, let me know. He's not comfortable right now. Nobody's comfortable because of our pressure. Dennison, sit down with him. Next possession on offense, let's go 1 with the handoff. Okay? So Nino will come high. Illiter, you come off. We go here. JB, I want you on this side. You're the second option.
Be ready to help when they press.
So Daniel, you're on the ball.
Well, Greg Gibson with plans being outlined, and he's asked for special care to be taken on Branko Mirkovic, the point guard for Oradea. Mirkovic was the mastermind really of a win over Avtidor. He scored 21 points there and had a lot more influence than that. It was a really big win for Oradea. Both teams have managed shock wins. Kataja beating Le Mans. It's particularly impressive. That was here as well. That's lovely quick ball from Oradea. Neat little play, and it's banked up and in from Sean Barnett. His first points of the night, followed by his second lot very quickly. Mullings. Shapala, and now way outside. Neat little try, but it wouldn't go down. What a good pass, and put up and in, lovely. Neat play again from Oradea. He almost had the freedom of the front of the court, picked out a wonderful pass. So Mirkovic makes way. As Oradea rotate things, on comes Pasalic. In the meantime, it's with Shapala, and now Bradley. And it was just a little forceful there from Ilari Shapala. Too much pace, and Jurakius Bradley couldn't handle it. Oradea coming back into things. They were trailing by 8 a moment ago. They reduced it to 4, and they're on the attack again. That's well worked. Travelling call before. That was put up and in. Barnett, though, just has that great talent of drawing away from defenders and finding space. On that occasion, he did travel, which was well picked up on by the referee. Bradley, clever pass, and Mullings would have expected him to hit the two there, but he missed. Unsportsmanlike foul called. Well, Shepala looks bemused. Mullings looks a bit shaken up in the meantime. Mazzino, who was challenged then, and will get a trip to the line. It would certainly be concerning if Mullings wasn't able to play a full active role in this game. They continue to eat into the lead here. Paschalit, who's only just come on. Another foul called. Well, Rion Brown here has the foul called on him. He's in a bit of a tangle there with Barnett. So many interesting battles on the court at the moment. Here's Sean Dennison. Zeno, long two, misses out. And Rion Brown brings it to the front court for Kataja, who haven't scored now for a few minutes. Their lead has been trimmed from 8-2. Brown again. Little mid-range two. Rims out again, and Kataja's success rate dropping violently. Barnett, jump shot 2, 3 in fact, but he missed, so it doesn't matter. Shepala, great pass. Brown spotted. Back it comes to Nino Johnson. Now Joey King. Shepala, Kataja looking to get their rhythm back here. Shot clock into single figures. Long range 3. Rims out again. Paschalit. And a good finish that from Sean Barnett, who is racking up the points now. He's got 8 of Oradea's 10. It's all square in the first quarter with 3:20 left to play. Shepala hovering on the edge of the arc. And Rion Brown jump shot from downtown. Again, the success rate is not improving. Paschalit, so it looks good. No look pass. But was it more complex than it needed to be? Perhaps. He certainly knew that he had Barnett available. He just wasn't expecting it, Sean Barnett. Back out to Brown. And Bradley from the top of the mountain rims out again with the 3. Kataja's supporters trying to rally around their side. They've been stuck on 10 for ages. Zeno. Neat and tidy from Barnett, gets up into the paint. And then lost in the key by Dennison. The two Seans are doing the business for Oradea at the moment. Barnett and Dennison causing all kinds of problems in there for the Kataja defense. Played inbound. Oradea with 2 seconds to do something with it. And it seemed like they were unable to do anything about it, but the foul's called. So possession remains with the visitors, who are on a an 8-0 run at the moment in this game. As the second time out of the quarter is called. This time it's the Kataja coach, Greg Gibson, who's called it. Let's eavesdrop and hear what he has to say.
We go head pat. We go head pat. We're like this. We're like this. Four-man kick it, we head right here. He comes off. We look to rub right here on the screen, but this guy get high. When the ball skips here, look to make a play. There's nobody guarding it right now. Same thing in the horns. If we go horns right here, if we go up the floor, he rolls. Okay, he rolls. We're coming this way. When he comes off, this guy, make yourself available.
We play defense 3. We have one foul to give guys. Look him. First offense. We take the ball and we play one down. Let's go. Muka here. Big use the screen for Sean. You know one down. 1, 2, 3.
Well, passionate words in particular from Coach Gibson, who wants just more dynamism from his team. The other a little bit flat when on the offensive court. Saying that they'll be wide open if they can make more runs, make more plays. Barnett makes 1 from 2, and for the first time in the game, Oradea take the lead. Now can they stay there? Jarekius Bradley has it. He's got Brown to his right, instead spots Chapala to his left. Back outside. Bradley trying to get to the baseline, and he was prevented from doing so illegally. Draws the foul from Dennison. Massive unit, Sean Dennison. Here's Bradley. And the follow, not quite. At the moment it's Oradea that are dominating at the glass. They've got 9 rebounds, the Kataja's 5. We said that would be a key point here. Who would end up securing valuable points, and it's put up and in. Lovely little finish from Mandash. And Oradea have got 11 points now without reply. They trail 10-2, they lead 13-10 with 1:20 left on the clock in the first quarter. Here is Bradley. Tries to work his way into the paint, puts up a little 2, but misses out again. They can't buy a basket at the moment, Kataja. It's all Oradea. And Pasalic finds Barnett, and Barnett tried to put it up for Dennison, but he couldn't finish it off. Rion Brown is dynamic in transition. Finally a basket is put up and in, but it won't count. The whistle had already gone. Well, both Finland and Romania are hosts in Eurobasket 2017. The draw has been made today now for next year's Eurobasket competition, and Romania, now they've got a tough group. They're in with Spain, Montenegro, Hungary, Czech Republic and Croatia, whilst Finland have been placed in Group A with Poland, Greece, France, Iceland and Slovenia. Helsinki is a host city in Finland and Cluj in Romania. So Kataja finally gets some scores on the boards. They're back to within 1. Here's Mandash, Zeno. Foul call this time on Bradley. His first personal foul of the night. But it is, as a result of the trip to the line for Oradea, that's the 5-foul limit breached. And the towering Sean Dennison with a chance to reopen the lead to 2 or 3. Look at that, Dennison already up to 5 rebounds. Such an impressive performance at the glass from Sean Dennison. That's where Oradea are dominating at the moment. Shapala gets it to Brown, and now Jarokius Bradley for 3. Rims out, but it's collected by King. A good offensive rebound there collected. And Brown for 3, good! And Kataja level the score, with probably 1 possession left of the quarter. Excellent from Rion Brown. And they've recaptured possession in the last second. Got the shot off in time, but Bradley misses out. So the end of the first quarter, and it's a tight game, as expected. So tight that it's all square. Kataja 15, CSM CSU Oradea of Romania 15. Well, 2 big performers so far for Oradea have been Sean Barnett, who's made 4 field goals in the first quarter, 9 points in total, and Sean Dennison with 5 rebounds. Here are the stats. Oradea yet to register a 3-point shot through the hoops. Kataja's field goal shooting has left much to be desired, though, after a solid start. Oradea dominating at the boards thanks to Dennison, although Kataja have got 2 offensive boards in the locker already. 6 turnovers for Oradea, something to be a little concerned about. Mentioned the key performers there for Oradea have seemingly been Barnett and Dennison if the stats are anything to go by. Zeno's also been effective. He's got 3 rebounds, 2 points and an assist. As you see some of the highlights from the start. Ranico there with an early free throw to put Kataja into the lead. It was a really solid start by the Finnish team. Joey King with a 3. He's been excellent from outside of the arc through the competition so far. They didn't like changing, but Oradea really started to go on the charge, having trailed 10-2. That was a real thunder dunk from Nino Johnson. But Oradea ate away that lead. Little bank shot there from Barnett. But we're all set for the second quarter. And it's Rion Brown gets things underway, and now Timo Ranico, the captain of Kataja. They lost their way a little in that first quarter, but as predicted, a tight game. It's Mullings back out to Brown for 3. Jump shot, good! That's what they need. Rion Brown shooting some hoops from way downtown. Kataja start the second quarter as they mean to go on. Brown into double digits. Here's Mullings. Ranico, difficult shot to make there. Really on the move, but just missed. Now Zeno, back outside, a little inside out. Here is Catalan Petrosor. He's on for his first action of the game, placing Mirkovic, who played the early part of the first quarter. Regularly rotating the guard at the moment. Oradea keeping Kataja guessing. Mullings. Petrosor, Dennison. This is good from Oradea and getting up the baseline, and a little reverse layup there. That was rather nice. Well, watch this again from Martin Zeno. Tough shot, left-handed, but he made it all right. Mullings trying to feed it through to Johnson. Well, in the other game currently ongoing Group B, it's all square between Kimmich and Karşıyaka. Most people expecting the Turkish team to win that one, but at the moment it's 20-all. And they're early on in the second quarter as well there. Here is Martin Zeno, the American. Clever pass, and an easy two, soft dunk from Bogdan Chibina. Clever fake, wasn't it, to slot the pass through. And Chibina said, thank you very much. Mullings. Now Johnson, trying to get away from his marker. Oh, and gets the and one. Well finished off there by Nino Johnson. Watch this again, it looked tight, definitely fouled, and definitely scored. Kataja recapture the lead and a chance to extend it now. No, missed. And the rebound. Stolen. Zeno. Oh, look at that. The ball got stuck, glued. Don't you see that every day? Well, a one-point game then is certainly not a secure game. Oradea have the chance to go back into the lead here with a couple of free throws for Zeno. And that is exactly what he does. Zeno, with 2 from 2, gives Oradea a slender advantage again. King. Mullings. Trying to feed it through. And lovely finish, shoots it up and in. And Oradea extend their lead now to 3. Here's Joey King, puts up a 3-point attempt, misses. So almost managed to recapture the rebound, but the decision goes against him and against Kataja. Oradea looking to turn the screw. Got off to a slow start, the Romanians, but they are hitting their straps nicely now. Thanks to some excellent work at the rebound from Sean Dennison, amongst other things. This is the stat you want to listen to when it comes to the challenge at the glass. Oradea with 16 boards so far. Kataja just the 8. And it's not all Denison either. Zeno, who's got 8 points, has also got 6 rebounds. Kataja's foul count racking up. And Oradea's lead starting to stack up. Couldn't make the third, but 2 points will do very nicely for Oradea. Here is Daniel Mullings. Johnson, dribble drive up to the rack, manages to try and feed a bounce pass through to Bradley, doesn't work, and here go Oradea in transition, and the 3 is good, and Oradea are on the move here in Finland. They've warmed up nicely on a cold night. And they're giving Kataja the chills in the process. Greg Gibson will have plenty to say, I'm sure.
On this top out, the ball goes here. Well, this guy, please come high fast. Fast. The big is right here. If we skip back here and we come back, we're here. We swing it, dive down low. Joey, if this is you, you may have an opportunity to go to the corner. High post come high post face up, high post look opposite.
But we still got
Okay?
and then they matching up with the ball, continue to run for him. Because they can't guard him. Run zero or run for pass either. Zero. 1, 2, 3.
The field goal percentages say it all, really. Oradea there, well above 50% on 2-point field goals. And the home side, Kataja, lagging well behind. Remains all square in the other game in Group B going on. Kimmich 27, Kasiaka 27. Here, though, Oradea are starting to move in the gears. They lead by 5, having trailed by 8. And they'll look to have a healthy lead going into half-time. Here's Mullings, though, looking to change that. Kataja looking to recapture some rhythm. Ranico now, the captain, they need all of his leadership. To Jerokius Bradley, thought about the three-point shot. Instead, dribble drives up to the rack and puts it up and in. Great finish from Jerokius Bradley. And that'll get the home fans cheering again. And it'll please Greg Gibson too, talking about working it from the high post. Here's Pasalitz. And tried the assist for Tirbina. That missed altogether. A bit of an air ball. Unsportsmanlike foul called. That will do Kataja some favours. Tirbina, was it? Or was it Pasalic? Mares Pasca. And King makes the first of the free throws. So those 2 points will do very nicely, and they'll regain possession. Here's Ranico. Johnson throws one up. Oh, Oh, look at that, what a good run. And from the corner, Petrosor rims out, but Oradea been good at the rebounds all game, and they continue to be so. It's Barnett into the paint, puts it up and in, 2 more. The defense went missing, and Barnett said, yes, please. Little jumper from King. Ranico with the inbound. Shot clock still at 14. They've got time on their side. Mullings. Temu Ranico. Mullings again. Dribble drive. King. Ranico. Now the shot clock's down to 3. Long ranger. Good! How about that from Jerokius Bradley? From way downtown. A special shot. Makes it a 3-point game. Couldn't prevent that though, and Oradea's lead back up to 5 in no time. Good response from the Romanian. Got a really good game on here this Tuesday night in Eastern Finland. Bradley. King. Ranico. Biding his time, shot clock to 5. Spotted the run up the baseline from Mullings, but he's not the tallest. And quick in transition go Oradea. Mullings gets there. He's got support to his right. Tried a little bounce pass. Well read. Great defense. And it's end to end at the moment. Petrosor. Barnett. Back out to Catalan Petrosor. Pasalic. Shot clock to 5. Got to use it quickly. Tries a little jumper, rims out, and it's a change of possession. And quick in transition, lovely coast-to-coast play, but Johnson misses. Pasalic, jump shot 3, misses again. Now then, what are the officials going to make of that? Well, Pasalic has been given his marching orders, I think. Well, a trip to the line for Kataja. Every point matters a lot at this stage. 2.5 minutes to go till half time. And it's a 5-point game. Field goal shooting for Kataja hasn't been great, but they are racking up points now from the free throw line. Only 30% of field goals have been successful compared to Oradea's 50%. They've only missed 1 free throw in the half so far. So Kataja reduce the arrears. 3-point game and the possession will be theirs. Rion Johnson comes back into the fray. And he inbounds the ball. To Mullings. Brown. Mullings tries to do it alone and has relinquished possession there unnecessarily. Haven't seen that much of Branko Mirkovic in this game, but he's back on now for Oradea. Well, it's half-time in Ukraine between Kimmich and Karsiaka. It's a 3-point game there in favour of the Turkish team, who lead by 32-29 over bottom of the group Kimmich. So a close game there, and a close game here as well. Same scoreline with 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. Mikovic already up to 3 fouls, has to be careful. Bradley to Mullings, and back out to Jarokias Bradley. We've already seen his 3-point shooting can be good. It's out to King in the corner. And Bradley on the rebound, banks it up and in. The bank is open. 1-point game. Mandash, clever little bounce pass, great response from Oradea. Mullings, Brown to King. Oh, what a good pass. Driving up the baseline was Makalainen. He was prevented from doing so. Contrary to the rules, it's going to be Kataja ball. Nicolescu may not agree. So then, Makalainen, who we've seen little of in the half, is going to get a chance to score his first points. Every little helps. Well, on paper this game looked a tight one, and in practice it is faring exactly the same. Here's Martin Zeno. Got a good atmosphere now here in North Karelia, the Joensu Arena. Got it back out here to Nicolescu. Recaptured. Shot clock down to 4 though, got to be used quickly. Zeno from way downtown. And Bradley for 3. Nope, not on this occasion. And look at this, for coast to coast, Zeno offloads the pass. Foul call. Nicolescu drawing the foul this time. And earning himself a trip to the line. Only half a minute left of the first half. Oradea looking to go in with something of a lead. Kataja have 33 seconds to stop that being the case though. Here is the captain, Oranico, just biding his time here. Now then, officials say no, nothing doing. King for 3. Here come Oradea in transition with Zeno, little jumper. His success rate's been less successful. Oh, what a finale that would have been from his own half. Just couldn't quite make it stick. And that means that at the halfway stage, it is the Romanian champions, Oradea, who have a narrow lead. They trailed by 8 at one point in the first quarter. They hit back strongly before Kataja regained their rhythm. And it means on a cold night in eastern Finland, it's been a heartwarming game of basketball. Oradea will be pleased because they came back from a weak position. But they lead by 3 at the break. It's 36-33. Kataja need to work on their field goal success. Oradea have had very little success from outside of the arc. Kataja reliant a little on the free throws, getting them to within distance of Oradea. And the boards have been a fascinating duel. Oradea with 20 compared to Kataja's 16, but the Finnish team have more offensive boards. Roughly even in terms of turnovers and fouls committed. It looked a tight game on paper before. Sport's not played on paper. In practice, though, it's been just as tight as we expected. The stat leaders then. Zeno's been really impressive for Oradea, as well as his 7 rebounds. He's also ratcheted up 8 points. Barnett, though, leading the way on 11 for the Romanians. Rion Brown with 10 points and 3 rebounds. Looking good. Jerokius Bradley hit a wonderful 3 at one point in there. And all hail the king, Joey King. 5 points, 3 rebounds and an assist. And that's the state of affairs going into half-time. A 3-point game in favour of the Romanians, and I'll leave you with some highlights of the first half. Well, welcome back to the Joensa Arena here in Finland for tonight's Basketball Champions League encounter. It's game day number 6. Rion Brown leading the way for Kataja with 10 personal points. But it's Oradea that lead the way overall. They lead by 3 when the third quarter gets underway in a moment's time. The players just being put through their paces again, getting ready and up to speed. With just under 2 minutes left of the half-time break. Sean Barnett, he's had a good night. 11 points, the overall top scorer on the day. It's been pretty clinical. 5 from 7 from inside of the arc. Daniel Mullings has been surprisingly quiet. He hasn't actually scored a point yet. Surprising, given the fact that he is their highest points per game player over the course of this year's Basketball Champions League. It's been an exciting start, lots of close games in the inaugural season of this grand competition. And we may well have another tight one on our hands again tonight. The fans will be appreciating what they've seen so far. A game with real pendulum swings. Kataja had an 8-point lead in the first quarter. It was back to all square by the end of that quarter at 15 all. Then Oradea took a 6-point lead at one point in the second quarter. That's been reduced to 3 at half-time. Daniel Akim and Greg Gibson having their last say before the players go back out for the start of the third quarter. Now then, here is Barnett, the third quarter underway. Welcome back to North Karelia in eastern Finland. Game day 6 of the Basketball Champions League. Who's going to win this one? Both teams with identical records. 2 and 3 so far in Group B. As Raniko just about holds on to the loose possession. And now King. Rion Brown. To Mullings. Nino Johnson spinning and trying to weave his way into space. Mullings manages to capture the ball, and then Brown for 3, rims out. And King can't recapture possession before the ball goes out of bounds. Mirkovic, we saw little of in the first 2 quarters. To Zeno under the basket. Dennison, this is where he's deadly. And though he can't shoot it through the hoops, he has managed to get a foul drawn from Nino Johnson. Deadly Dennison makes it 3 from 3 from the free throw line, and he'll look to keep this run going. Raniko, King. Well, you just saw how he and Brown both went hammer and tongs ready for the rebound. Kataja looking to improve their stats in that regard in the third quarter here. Boards have evened up a little bit, 23 to 19 in favour of Oradea. Here's Barnett. Mirkovic. Goes inside out. And shot clock down to 2. It's got to shoot it. And it's good. Branko Mirkovic with his first points of the night. With right on the buzzer. Hitting a long-range 3 from the angle. And that's some response from Kataja's Rion Brown. He continues to bolster his personal tally. He's up to 13. Kataja's deficit is at 4. Mullings still hasn't scored tonight. Find that very surprising. King for 3. All hail the King! Kataja back to within 1. Some excellent three-point shooting here at the start of the third quarter. This time missed by Barnett. Mullings brings it to the front court. Ranico switches it to the right this time, and it's Brown again for 3. Rion Brown is owning the hoop. 16 points for Brown, who's having a right old night of it. Daniel Akim has called the timeout.
When we play, I want to play. If you are completely alone on 3 points, take the shot. I want for you to
be a little bit higher with Dennis and Markovic on that. So we're not slow. He's a lot slower rolling on golf.
Go down against man-to-man, 4 up against goal.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, guys.
Well, it's Kataja that have started this third quarter superbly. And Oradea having to turn the tide. They still lead, but it's a very narrow lead now. Just the 1 point in it, and you could certainly see Sean Barnett getting in a bit of an impassioned debate with the coach. Here's Mirkovic. Back Kataja lead by 2. Zeno. I was looking at an old scoreboard. Nice finish from Denison. Dennis the Menace. Got a tied game. Mullings. Out in the corner. Shot clock down to 5. Got to use it quickly. It's Johnson. Little jumper. Long range 2 missed. Denison. Barnett. Gino up against Mullings here, gets it back outside and called for travelling. Tight margins here at the Juventus Arena. Chino Mirkovic. And finished off by Barnett. That's what they needed, Oradea. Right on the buzzer. They get the two and they retake the lead. Which is switching hands very regularly. And how about that for a finish? That was absolutely sublime. Mullings gets his score off and running for the night in spectacular fashion. And how about that for a block from Mullings? He's all of a sudden the ace in the pack. And Bradley back out. And from the top of the mountain, the shot comes in, but it's rimmed out. Interesting rebound stats. Well, Oradea won a tight game against Kimmich last week, game day 5. They beat the Ukrainian side by 3. They've also lost a couple of tight games. Kataja, they won by 1 in overtime against Le Mans, the French team. They beat Kimmich as well in a very tight game. As Mirkovic succeeds from the free throw line at the second attempt. Jerokius Bradley. Now Sepala. Mullings, he's really started to up his game here, Daniel Mullings. And Bradley outside. No good. Here goes Zeno. He's got support in the corner. Mandash hits the iron. Mullings. Doesn't like the officials' call. Zeno. Oh, yes. Hits the 3, no problem. Branko Mirkovic has had a quiet game by his account. 7 points now. And he's starting to up the ante. The 2 point guards starting to play. Here's King inside the lane. Sepala getting it back outside Niemi. Lovely passing play from Kataja, but it doesn't end successfully. Hualila misses the shot. And here's Mirkovic again for 3. Good! And he's in a double figures. Just like that, 2 threes in quick succession for the Serbian. And Oradea starting to run away again. They lead by 7. Another momentum shift.
Offense is like this. It's 2 with B here on left, with Andrei here on left, with Sean, with Zino here. B, you pass to Andrei.
4. We play that 4 for we can throw in that side, we can Ryan there, pass to Ilari. Ei voi mennä alta. Se ei voi mennä siitä screenin alta. Se ei voi mennä siitä alta. Hyökätään siitä.
Now, defensively, we got one to give. One to give in the zebra. All right? One to give in zebra right now. We got to use it. Okay? All right, let's get a run right here. Get back to half court here. Let's go right here. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Here goes then. 3:23 left on the clock in the third quarter. Kataja had taken the lead early on in this third quarter, but Oradea are on the charge. Sepala, Kataja needs some success. It's 3 on Brown, he's good from 3. He's very good from 3. Zeno, Dennison in support. Zeno with a long 2, jump shot. Can get the trajectory quite right. Mandash recaptures, and now Dennison banks it up and in, and 1. The very best of Sean Dennison there. So awkward for defenders to stop him scoring. On comes Vesha Makalainen. Oh, and Dennison's there managed to reclaim. Or so he thought he had, but possession is back with Kataja. 6-point game. Sepala. Official spotting an infringement. And it's number 4, Andre Mandash, who doesn't like the call, but he has to deal with it. Oradea's first foul of the quarter, taking a long time in coming. Inbound from Raniko. Oh, and the 3-point shooting from Kataja is something of a spectacle at the moment. It's royalty again, Joey King. And King, here they go in transition. Raniko, Sepala back out to the captain. Teemu Raniko, almost ripped from him by Barnett. Almost being the operative word. Crowd enjoying this one, 3-point game. And Brown from the corner. His 3-point shooting has been pretty fabulous, but that time he catches only the iron. And his foot went out of bounds there, Zeno. Trying to go it alone. It's good defensive work. Just shut off by Hämäläinen. Raniko, left open. Branko Mirkovic with real urgency for Oradea. And popped up and in off the glass. Good finish from Sean Barnett. And well found there, great assist for Zeno. They linked up nicely. Raniko to King. Sepala. And King, top of the mountain. No good on this occasion. That's well cut out. Well, look at that for effort. Not giving up at all there, Ilari Sepala. Winning possession back for Kataja. They need all these little marginal calls and things to go their way. Changes afoot for Daniel Akim's side. Nicolescu coming on. And so is number 6, that's Catalin Petrosor, who so far has 3 points, but hasn't played a lot. Raniko to the corner. This is Rion Brown. Thought about the jump shot, instead finds Raniko. Momentum lost a little. Shot clock down to 3. King goes for it, gets it! Knocks down the downtown. Outside of the arc shooting has been much better from Kataja in this second half. And they're on the move in a 2-point game. Two teams who qualified for the group phases through the qualification system, if you like. Oradea starting at round 1, Kataja coming in at round 2. Well, Dennison, he's eyeing up the double-double. He's already up to 9 rebounds. That's 8 points now for Deadly Dennison. Yeah, no problem there. He's up to 9 points and 9 rebounds. Every chance of getting the double-double. Last possession then of the third quarter. Sepala. Araniko back outside. He saw Sepala there. Great vision, and Sepala tried to put up the 2. Good attempt on the rebound, and he's won a foul out of it. Rion Brown exerting serious effort. Good effort, says Joey King. It's been a top performance from Brown. The referees are in discussion. They might go for the replay. Yep, Dennison there just knocking the arm of Rion Brown. Well, the official's still checking by the looks of things. Brown being made to wait. He's going to have a little chat with Sean Barnett. Those two have been key men for their side. Barnett 15 points leading the way for Oradea, and Brown on 19. It's been hotly contested on the court, but it's nice to see some camaraderie off it. Looks to me like there won't be any additional free throws after all that, perhaps. Well, gives me a chance to update you on the scoreline from the other game in Group B. Still being checked, isn't it, by the officials? That is that the Turkish side, Karşıyaka, are running away with it in Ukraine. They were only leading by 3 at half-time. They're in the fourth quarter now, and Karşıyaka lead by 70 to 46. So all change in that one. There is one game to come later on tonight in Group B, and that features Maccabi Randa Media, I do believe. And Le Mans, they're in France tonight for that one. And tomorrow it's Avtodor Saratov against Umanorea Venezia. Well, after a lengthy discussion, no additional free throws seems to be the call from our officials. Eddie Viator, Christoph Madinger and Sergei Belyakov for the referees tonight. And Oradea lead by 4 at the end of the third quarter here. They did lead by 7. Kataja trimming that lead towards the back end of the quarter. Kataja been excellent from the free throw line. On 12 occasions, 11 sunk. Oradea leading at the boards by 6, both with 4 offensive rebounds, 18 assists for Oradea. And they've stolen possession once more than their opponents, but they've been turned over more as well. 14 turnovers for Kataja's 10. Each quarter's been tight. The first one was all square, 15 all. Oradea led the second quarter by 3. They led that third quarter by 1. Kataja need a really good final quarter if they are to take this one from under the noses of the Romanian champions. It's going to be with Rion Brown to inbound. Well, Daniel Mullings hasn't had his customary tally of points. He's been averaging impressively 16.7 points per game before tonight. Just the 2 points from tonight, but he has been responsible for 7 rebounds. So then, to the final quarter here in eastern Finland. It's a full start. Kataja's last home game for 3 weeks. Their next 2 take them on the road. They go to Turkey and to Karşıyaka on game day 7. Then Israel and Maccabi Ranmedia in game day number 8. The return leg, incidentally, is on game day number 13 when Kataja go to Romania. Got all sorts of technical issues at the moment. The timer is incorrect at the moment. There we go. Well, good crowd out here at the Juenso Arena anyway. Just being made to wait before the start of what promises to be an exciting final quarter of action. It's been tight throughout. No point has either team had more than an 8-point lead. While the problems, technical issues continue. The Kataja players have been called over by Greg Gibson. It's important, though, for the players to stay warm. through their paces, keeping warm, keeping ready. Still don't seem to have sorted out the problem, which is to do with the timer. Just gives me a chance to update you on the scores elsewhere in the Basketball Champions League tonight. I mentioned there was one other game going on concurrently in Group B, and Karşıyaka are leading by 20. And a bit of a blowout there, beating bottom of the group Kimmich. Elsewhere in Group C, there are a couple of games going on. Uşak, the Turkish team, currently beating Varese by 69-54. As we see some highlights from earlier in this game. And then Neptunas, who are 5-0 before tonight. They hadn't lost a game, but they trail in Latvia to Ventspils, who lead by 5 there. And in Serbia, it's Megalex 53, Ostenda 58. So the Belgian side there currently in a good position in Group. And one other game in Group C, which I didn't tell you about, was featuring the Polish team Rosa Radom, who trail to the French team Asvel Lyon. Now then, the officials, have they sorted everything out? I wish I could tell you. Doesn't appear that they have. The players still warming up ahead of the fourth quarter here. Well, Kataja, they have a few tired legs. They played Friday and Saturday in the domestic league in Finland. But they do have a rest after today. They don't play till Sunday. And they take on KTP Basket here. And then next Wednesday, they're in Turkey to face up to Karşıyaka. There's Joey King. He's had a great night, crowned by 14 points. Second only to Rion Brown in the scoring charts for Kataja. Sean Barnett there, he's leading the way for Oradea on 15. Branko Mirkovic has suddenly joined him in double digits on 10, with some excellent shooting in that third quarter. All of Mirkovic's points have come from three-pointers or free throws. Rion Brown's had a lot of success from outside of the arc. He's made 5 three-point shots, just the one inside the D. Experienced Oradea team. Barnett's 30, Martincino 31, Branko Mirkovic has been so key for them, who holds dual Serbian Bulgarian nationality, is 34. And there he is, Mirkovic. A couple of Romanian internationals as well, Bogdan Tibirna, who's seen in a bit part role tonight, and Titus Nicolae, who hasn't been included in the squad tonight. Now, as far as I can see, there is a clock over the basket. It says 10 minutes now. It was stuck on 1 minute 47 earlier, so I can only presume that they have corrected the issue, but we're waiting for something else, and I'm not sure what. That's the state of affairs, though. Oradea with great shooting from two-point field goals. Kataja have been highly dependent on success from outside of the arc and from the free throw line. The whistle's gone. I think we're going to be ready for action again in just a moment. Yeah, encouraging signs. A ball back on the court. And apologies for a little bit of a hiatus from play. But I'm pleased to say the fourth quarter is about to get underway between Kataja and Oradea with just 4 points, the winning margin here. The remaining champions in the ascendancy, but not by much. So, finally, off and running. Here's Daniel Mullings. And already in the corner. And good from Rion Brown. He just picks up from where he left off in that third quarter. 22 points now for Kataja's number 15. Oradea looking for a quick response. And that's a bit of an air ball from Pasalic. And Kataja with a really meaningful marker in the shand at the start of the fourth quarter. Mullings hovering on the edge. Goes inside out, and for three is King. King Joey puts Kataja on the throne. They're in the lead. What a quick turnaround in the fourth quarter. They trailed by 4. Less than a minute later, they lead by 2. From the corner, that's good for 2. Just inside the arc from Barnett. And it's back to a tied game here in Finland. 59 points apiece. Daniel Mullings mulling over what he'll do from the top of the mountain. Instead, shifts it to Johnson, who rims out. Petrosov. Pasalic. Lofted up to nobody in particular. And Mullings is grateful for the loose possession. Well, they say great things come to those who wait. And we had to wait a long time for this fourth quarter after a bit of a technical error, but it's certainly been worth waiting for so far. Mullings, little bounce pass. Travelling call against captain Aranico, who may not like the call. Oradea used to winning games, the Romanian champions. Currently second in the Liga Națională in their home country. Barnett looks to pop up a little two-jumper. And good work at the board. But now it's been lost by Oradea, and Aranico comes to the front court, and it's put up and in off the glass from Nino Johnson. Kataja retake the lead in a rulingly tense game. Here's Petrosov. He's found a little gap. Oh, how about that for a block? Johnson. Knocking it away. They're really under scrutiny at the moment. That was some superb defensive work, though. Barnett. Possession still with Oradea. And that is a tremendous finish from Barnett to quieten the crowd. Step back two. Oranico, King. They've been excellent from outside of the arc in particular, Kataja. That's what they've been ruling. And here is King, the ruler. He's done it again! Joey King has been remarkable. It's his 6th three-point shot success. Oh, that's thrown away. Johnson with a mistake. Could it be costly? Mirkovic to Barnett. Zeno. Oradea can afford to take their time. They trail by 3. Mirkovic misses the shot, gets the foul. Well, after some very tense moments there, it's time for the coaches to have their say. But Kataja can be proud of their efforts in this 4th quarter. Haven't actually won a quarter yet. But they lead 11-4 in this 4th quarter, and they lead by 3 overall.
Player with number 1, it's just shoot from outside, so it's obvious we must stay in his neck. He don't post, he don't dribble. He don't post, he don't dribble. Stay in his neck.
He can't beat you off the dribble.
We go in defense 1. We go in defense 1. Hide it. Hide it. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
What do you want? We want both sides. I want both sides. Daniel, if you play like this, start a little bit more here and Joey's coming to set that screen.
Well, you heard what Daniel Akim said. Watch out for number 1, that's Joey King. King and Brown both have 6 three-point field goals next to their name. A remarkable night for them both. With time still to spare. Given the fact Oradea have only managed 4 three-pointers between the whole team. And King and Brown have 6 each. Mirkovic gets the first of his 2 free throws. And it's 2 from 2 for the Serbian. Back to a 1-point game with 6 minutes of the 4th quarter to go. Mullings has it. Driving into the lane and banks it up and in off the glass. The crowd respond in delight with that. Kataja's 3-point lead quickly re-established. Zeno with the inbound to Pasalic. Gets into the paint. Shot clock down to 4 and a simple 2. Made it look easy anyway. Did Zeno. He goes into double digits with that. And reduces Kataja's lead to 1. Oranico, King, you know what he's going to try and do. The 3-point specialist, if ever I've seen one. And from the top of the mountain, difficult shot to make. Doesn't make it. But it's been thrown away there, and Mullings with a steal. Here's Rion Brown. That would have been an amazing play if they'd scored from that. Pasalic draws the foul. And that's Kataja's 4th foul. Any further, and Oradea will be going to the line. Here's Barnett. We're heading to a fascinating finale. Dennison, he's back on now. Mirkovic has come off the foot of Nino Johnson. Mirkovic, option to his left, eventually chooses to use Pasalic. Barnett was hovering at the low post position, he never got to it. Great defensive work once more from Kataja. They've really sharpened their game as it's gone on. Brown. They trailed by 4 at the start of this quarter, but Kataja lead by 1. Mullings. Well, they tried the quick-fire pass, looking for Jarokius Bradley, and the net proved to be an intrusion. "5 seconds to go," says the official. 5 seconds for Mullings to pick out a player in space, ready to shoot. And he's found that player, and somebody took a tumble. And how about that from the rebound from Mullings? His 9th personal board, and it's put Kataja in the lead by 3. Absolutely superb. Barnett. Looking for a response here, Oradea. How good a finish was that a moment ago from Daniel Mullings, mid-air on the rebound. He's not exactly the tallest in this team, but he looked a towering figure there as he leapt imperiously. He's only 6'2", 188 centimetres. There's Barnett from the free throw line. Makes the first shot. But not the second. And Johnson's there to tidy up. Mullings. He's managed to grab that as Mäkäläinen. And it's turned over. And that's a great pass. Zeno at the baseline. Back out to Pasalic. He was wide open to start with. Delayed his shot a little bit. And Kataja lived to tell the tale. Mullings. Rion Brown. Mullings, that was great defensive work. The shot clock's at 1. It's got to be instant here. Goes for it. Oh, so nearly. And quick in transition. Great execution from Oradea. They retake the lead with 2:38 left on the clock. Pasalic here, hitting the 3 perfectly, nothing but net. Mullings, inside out from the corner. Good! Mäkäläinen this time. The lead changing hands every few seconds at the moment. It's hard to keep up. Pasalic for Oradea, back outside of Barnett. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're in for some finale here. Into the lane, Dennison puts it up and in. Great follow from Barnett, real hustle there. And it is game on in North Karelia in eastern Finland. What a game. A tied game at 71 apiece with under 3 minutes left to go, and it's been tight throughout. No team at any point has led by more than 8, and it's been neck and neck for the majority. Let's listen to what Greg Gibson has to say.
Daniel here. Vesa here. Okay? Right here. Let's go off Daniel's side. Man or zone, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter here. Nino.
He used me as a ball screen?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to use you as a ball screen right here. I want V to set the flare right here. Now, Daniel, don't force it. Don't force it. Now, here's what we got. V, turn right here, set the screen.
Well, the coaches have had their say. Now it's time for the players to do the talking out on the court. Dennison missed out, but Barnett really did not. Ranico with the restart finds Daniel Mullings, who might have had a quiet first half, but his second half has been noisy. Zeno. Now Mirkovic, all of his experience key now for Oradea. The crowd trying to will Kataja to defend this one astutely. Zeno. Dennison. And from the corner for three, good! Branko Mirkovic with his fourth three-point field goal. Leading the way. They struggled a little bit from outside of the arc, but he's the exception. Mäkäläinen shifts a little pass into Johnson, who tries to drive his way into the paint. Left the ball behind, and it's stolen by Dennison. And now Mirkovic. Not too many options in front of him. Now there will be. Pasalic. We're down into the last minute, and Barnett puts it up and in. Oradea lead by 5. Kataja have maybe not a mountain to climb yet, but it's become a significant mound. Brown, Mäkäläinen needs it, no, misses. And Oradea will bide their time and will foul. Well, Oradea just edging things out here in these last few moments. 28 seconds left on the clock. And if he makes these 2 free throws here, it'll be like a dagger through the heart of Kataja, who've given everything, but they might get nothing. The responsibility from the line falls to Mohamed Pasalic. He's just got the 5 points tonight. And he does just about get it to go. And there you have it. He does make both shots. And is that the dagger through the heart that we were talking about? It's gone quite inside the arena. Mullings. Well caught by Rion Brown just about. Shoots for 3, gets the foul. Well, does that keep Kataja's hopes alive? Very faintly. 3 free throw attempts here for the captain, Ranico. Makes the first, needs all 3. and the second. And what does he do here? Just thinking about it. As he looked for the deliberate miss and a rebound too. Well, whatever happens, they've given a very good account of themselves here. They were defeated comfortably by Venezia, but they've given Oradea a real run for their money. Ranico makes all three. And it's going to be a timeout. 13 seconds left. 4 points the difference. Down but not out, thinks Greg Gibson. Oradea will be quietly confident. Let's see his drop into what Daniel Akim has to say.
Get the ball inbounds, go for the ball. We don't need any intentional. Go for the ball right away. Listen, I can't say rush now because Zeno knows it. We go rush. If they miss the second free throw, we go rush. So we're here. That'll be Vila. You go wide. Yeah, you're on the fourth side.
So the coaches have had their say. Joey King seeking clarification of his role. Ty's three-point shooting has radically improved in the second half. Ranico coming up. Zeno walking away there. You can sense the pressure. Chance to get into double figures for Zeno. Makes the first free throw. And the lead's back to 5. And now 6. And another chance for the coaches there. Possession with Kataja. They've got 11.7 seconds to make up a 6-point deficit. Time for Coach Gibson to work a miracle.
Slap with the ball. JB right here for Daniel. Daniel go to the rim. Decoy. Slap with the ball. If it's there, throw it. Slap with the ball right here. JB, you're going to screen off of Joey right here. Look for the shot if it's there. If not, Joey, when you set this screen right here open, Daniel's going to hit you with the pass. Now, Ryan, you got to kind of sell this. Start here. You're going to walk this.
Let's go like this. You go. 1, 2, 3.
A little bit later in the day to be concerned about foul trouble, but Mirkovic is up to 4. Their free throw shooting, Oradea, has come good at a crucial juncture because they had struggled earlier on in the game. And in the fourth quarter, when it's really mattered, under the pump, they have been accurate, and deadly so. The Romanian champions have a real chance to go 3-3 and move up the group phase standings. That's gone out, surely. I don't like the call, but it certainly looked as if Jerokius Bradley overstepped the line and went out of bounds. Heard a cry of no foul there. Here comes Pasalic. Barnett could finish with a flurry here. Misses, but the win belongs to Oradea. The Romanian champions have got over the line in the end. What a game. Kataja Houghton, they passed. They couldn't blow the house down, though. The game was so tense throughout. At no point did either team lead by more than 8 points. Kataja led in that fourth and final quarter, but they let that lead slip right at the final hurdle. And Oradea claim the win to move up the group phase standings. They are 3-3 now, and they've given themselves a real chance now for qualifying for the latter stages. They follow up on a tight win last time out against Kimmich with another tense one, this time in eastern Finland, and on a cold night in this part of the world. It is a heartwarming performance from CSM CSU Oradea. Sean Barnett deserves plenty of applaudits. 26 points on the night and 8 rebounds to go with it. Picks up his award at the end of the game. It was by no stretch of the imagination a one-man team performance, though. Martin Zeno with a double-double, 10 rebounds, 10 points. Sean Dennison got close to it, 9 rebounds, 9 points. But in the end, Oradea claimed the victory. Kataja can be proud of their performance on the night. They were beaten comfortably by Venezia last week here. They put in a real shift. They did all they thought they possibly could. 2 players breached the 20-point mark themselves. Rion Brown there impressing with 22. Mullings helping himself to 9 rebounds of the night. Didn't get the points he's used to getting. And captain Teemu Rannikko racking up the assists. In the end, though, Oradea got over the line with the victory and have beaten Kataja of Finland by 80 points to 74. And here are the highlights of how they went about it. Deadly Sean Dennison had another night to remember. 9 points, 9 rebounds. He started better than he finished it. Branko Mirkovic was excellent from outside of the arc on a difficult night for Oradea from a 3-point shooting perspective. Mirkovic made 3 of the 3-pointers compared to his team, who in total managed only 6. Mirkovic made 4, I beg your pardon. Meantime, Kataja could boast some excellent outside of the arc shooting. Joey King with 6 3-point field goals. Rion Brown with 6 as well. And really throughout the game, the lead changed hands. A tight game. They were 8 points up in the first quarter, Kataja, but they let that lead slip. It finished 15-15 at the end of quarter 1. Oradea took a 3-point lead into the half-time break. And they peeled further clear in the third quarter with a 4-point lead to take into the final quarter. Kataja came roaring back, but ultimately they couldn't stop CSM CSU Oradea from getting the win. So on the night in Group B, wins for Turkish team Karşıyaka and Romanian team Oradea, which means that Oradea will stay in 5th place ahead of the later game tonight. Kataja's chances of reaching the latter stages dealt a bit of a blow, especially when you couple it with the fact that they've got 2 games on the road next. But next up, a testing trip to Turkey to face Pinar Karsiaka, who picked up a comfortable win tonight in Ukraine. And then they go to Israel to face Maccabi Iran Media. I'll leave you with the remainder of the highlights, but it's finished in Joensuu, Finland. Kataja 74, Oradea 80.